we have Bobby Kidd live, and he's going to play for us very soon, but we'll introduce him to the listeners out there. For those of you that don't know Bobby Kidd, you can catch him on myspace.com/Bobby Kidd Music, and we did have him in the studio roughly back in February, I believe, but he can clarify that for me in case I'm wrong. And I do welcome him in the studio. How are you, Bobby Kidd?
I'm good, thanks.
Excellent. How you been?
I've been good. It's good to be back. Thank you for...
Pleasure to have you back on the show, and been catching up every now and then just to see what you've been up to.
I actually don't remember if it was February or not, but...
I think it was roughly. I don't know the date.
Actually, it was before the SPD. It was, yes.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah.
So just tell us. I mean, I know what you've been up to, but for the listeners out there that don't know, what have you been up to since we saw you last?
A few acoustic gigs with my friend Jay, and I've just got back from Sydney, so I recorded my first EP. Well, it's not finished yet, so it's in mixing stages, but I've been recording a 7-track EP, which for the viewers who did tune in back in February, they would have heard Breaking Me Down. So that's getting redone. And included.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's getting remixed and touched up and tweaked and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that should be ready in about 2 weeks, but that sort of kept me busy the last 2 weeks up in Sydney, so it's been good.
Fantastic. Can't wait to hear Break Me Down. That's my favourite track. But there could be more, like Bobby said, you know. But we'll get to that soon. Now tell us about each of the songs on the EP. Well, one's why, one's Breaking Down.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so we've got, in no particular order, so there's Stay Too Long, there's Why, Breaking Me Down, Every Time You're Near, Turn Back, No Longer My Own, which is an interesting ballad. And I've missed one, I'm sure of it. And Memory.
With each of the songs on the EP, is there a story behind each of the tracks? Well, I'm sure there would be, but for the listeners out there.
Stay Too Long's about being in a situation, be it a relationship or a job, but it's more a relationship. You're still in there, but you really shouldn't be there. So you're kind of saying to yourself, look, I've really stayed too long. I know better, but I'm not strong enough to kind of stand up and get out. And it's kind of that vibe. Turn Back is very much the anthem sort of thing. It's very much a stadium sort of rock sort of anthem. It's basically about me moving to Melbourne and not turning back. Not so much going back to Sydney, but just in life in general, about not giving up hope about life, just moving forward and just not turning back, whether it's sport, whether it's anything. You can put it to your job, to sport, to music, to any career.
Just suits the individual.
It does. It's a mantra. Not going to turn back now. You're just going to give it all. You're not going to give up. You're not going to give in. And you're just going to get there somehow.
And why the particular songs? Did they represent a meaning to you?
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, this is what I want to represent myself with.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I think if it moves me and it touches me in a certain way, then I'm sure that other people can listen to whether it's one song or all 6 or 7 songs and say, hey, I can relate to that. Even if it's one song, if you can relate to one song, then I've done my job.
You've achieved your goal.
Exactly. So, it's not about the dollars and cents, it's about getting emotion from someone and clear with you like Breaking Me Down. So I'm there, So, the job's half done. So I'm proud of the EP.
And how many songs did you write before deciding on the final tracks to be recorded for the EP?
5 of them were already written prior to getting together with the producer. And then we wrote 2 more to finish off the EP and so...
Excellent. Well, we'll be back here on your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, on Wired for Sound. And Bobby Kidd's in the studio coming up playing live with Jay.